want? What you want? Come on. What you want?
What's going on, everybody? It's Pharaoh Black, bringing you a review of the Hanna-Barbera Jazwares figure Space Ghost. Like I said, it's a line made by Jazwares. That's a toy company. They're not all that good, in my opinion, with certain things, but they're getting better. Hanna-Barbera cartoon series is what they're focusing on, as far as I could tell. So far they have a 4-inch line: Fred Flintstone, Dino, Rosie from the Jetsons, Captain Caveman. If I'm not mistaken, that's about it that I've seen. And then it's the 6-inch line, which is Huckleberry Hound, Hong Kong Phooey. Who else? Well, Space Ghost here, and Tom and Jerry. Now, before I get into the review, I want to speak on a couple of things on the line. The size of the line, the size of the characters they're releasing is all over the place. The scale is just crazy, because Tom and Jerry actually get 6-inch figures, which I can't understand why Tom and Jerry would get 6-inch figures and Fred and Dino would be 3-inch or 4-inch figures. For the life of me, I just can't understand that. And even if you're going to give me a 6-inch fucking Tom, why would Jerry be 6 inches? I just don't get it. But I'm not going to even get into that. Let's get into the review. This figure is okay. The only other figure I know of that Space Ghost has is by I can't think of the fucking company, but Toynami, I think made the figure. I'm not sure, but I didn't get the figure. I didn't like the way the figure looked. This figure interested me. It kind of like, oh, okay. It has more articulation. It has like the DC Universe hips. It has an ab crunch and shit. But and it comes with Blip. Now, what I will say before I even get into this, Blip is out of scale. I definitely remember Blip being smaller, but that's neither here nor there. They do give you Blip, so let's get into the figure. It's Space Ghost, so I wanted him very badly. He retails at $10.99. That's it. $11 for the figure. I'm going to tell you guys this, and this is just the truth. I would not pay more than $10 for this figure. Excuse me. Seriously, all that eBay shit. Oh, he's rare and all that other shit. Listen, if you can't find him for 10, then you don't need him. Seriously, he's not that bad of a figure, but okay, let me explain. Let's get into his articulation. He has the left to right movement, and that's it. He has no ball hinge whatsoever. This will not go up or down. So flying poses, like he pulls off, if you've ever seen the old cartoon, it's not going to happen. He's not going to look up. His arms, they go out to the side. I mean, you get full range of motion up and down. His ab works fairly well, back and forward. He has the waist. He has upward movement of the legs. He has outward movement of the hips. You can pretty much do the splits. Not that Space Ghost ever did anything like that. Turning of the upward thigh. Single hinge joints at the knee and at the ankle. Single hinges here. Now, let's talk about what he cannot do and what he does not have besides that joint I was just telling you about. He has no wrist. Well, he has wrist joints here. This one doesn't really work well on mine. This one does. Besides that, he has no wrist. You can't swivel the wrist at all. Can't turn them. And he has no upper bicep swivel. Now, where that's fucked up is that his hand is made to do that famous blaster pose, where if you would be able to turn at the bicep over this way, you would be able, and then turn this at the wrist, where you can get the fist to look like that on his hand. He could get into that blaster pose, like he's pushing the buttons on his gauntlet to shoot his blast, but it's not gonna happen. I also I don't like the fact that when you bend him back, you can see all that shit on the inside up there, and that clear peg. You know, I think for sure that because all of the pegs are clear, that clear peg is gonna break, man. He comes apart fairly easy. I mean, it's really not much for me to say. The plastic is some type of, it's flexible, but it's not really that soft. I mean, honestly, I got my ugly ass fingers up there, I know. Honestly, there's nothing really to show you guys, in my opinion. I mean, this thing is, as for what Space Ghost does, he would be great if a few things were here. One, that blaster pose. He can't pull off the fucking blaster pose. So therefore, he is a fail in my book. He fails just from that. It makes no sense for him to be ready to pull off the pose and can't. Why he has no swivel for the fist, or the wrist rather, I have no idea. I don't know what Jazwares was thinking with that. The clear pegs, they blend in well, but clear plastic always poses a problem, and I can just see that happening here. The paint scheme, it's not bad, but it's not good. I mean, there's no bleeding everywhere and everything, but it's just not. I was kind of geeked up to get this figure. I've seen people with it and everything, and this just isn't, you know, it's not quality. And Blip, nice sculpt and everything, you know, nice suit, he's painted it nicely and everything, but that's what he does. That's his pose. You know, maybe you can put the big dumb looking monkey right here. Hey Blip, there's Jace, let's go save him. You know, something. Fine Jan. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, is he articulated comic book art approved? I don't know. I don't know whether to reject this figure or accept it because of the top joints for the biceps. The bicep joint really, and the wrist joints really fuck it up for me. Oh, and the neck really fuck it up for me. So I don't know. I think I'm going to have to reject this figure. And with that being said, this is Pharaoh Black coming to you with another review. I hope you guys got what you needed out of it. I mean, it really wasn't much for me to tell you guys, honestly. So, I mean, I don't want you guys to walk away like, damn, this wasn't really a review. I mean, but it's really nothing for me to tell you guys. So, as always, peace and love.
That's crispy.